EastEnders spoilers. Nadine Keller drops a baby bombshell on Jay Brown. Airs at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday 16 April 2024. Having gone months with zero contact, Jay was surprised to receive a voice note from the escort asking if they could speak urgently. Jay formed an attachment to Nadine after the tragic death of his wife Lola Pierce Brown to cancer, and ended up paying for her services in bed. Jay confides in close friend Gina Knight about the message from Nadine and admits he hasn't replied to her yet. Gina advises Jay to meet with Nadine and find out what she wants. But as the former lovers come face to face, Jay is floored when Nadine drops a bombshell. She's expecting a baby and it's his. Too overwhelmed to comprehend what Nadine has just told him, Jay turns and flees. Across the square, George Knight wakes up on Phil Mitchell's sofa, battered and bruised from his bare-knuckle fight at the underground boxing club. As he returns to the Vic, fiancée Elaine Peacock and daughters Gina and Anna Clock. His injuries, but George makes out he was jumped by a gang of yobs. Later, George attempts to make some headway with his father Eddie Knight after their furious confrontation the previous day, but a setback sends him spiraling into despair. George storms off and Elaine decides it's best to give him some space, but concerned Cindy Beale confronts Phil and demands to know where her former husband is headed. After Phil comes clean about George's dangerous new pastime, he and Cindy arrive at the boxing club. They discover George in a scuffle with the bouncers, who are refusing him entry. Cindy intervenes and takes George back to the boxing den, hoping she can talk some sense into him. But will tensions between the exes lead to something more? Meanwhile, puzzled Patrick Truman wants to know why Denise Branning doesn't seem bothered about Jack's affair with Stacey Slater. In an attempt to solve the mystery, he arranges a family meal for everyone, including the kids. Despite being frantically busy with the fundraiser, Yolande Truman agrees to attend, and when Pastor Clayton interrupts their meal, she invites him to join them. To his horror, Patrick soon realizes the pastor knows more about Denise's recent troubles than he does. And his closeness to Yolande and the family doesn't sit well with Patrick either. But does the cleric have a sinister agenda? Also, Lauren Branning puts pressure on best mate Whitney Dean to take Brittany back to Milton Keynes. The mum-to-be made the rash decision to foster the teen after realizing she was being neglected by her alcoholic birth mum. But Whit failed to mention what she was doing to boyfriend Zach Hudson, who was left stunned when she brought Brittany back to Walford. Whitney has her heart set on and building a new life together, but Lauren reckons she needs to put Zach and their unborn baby first, and that Brittany needs to go back to where she came from. Unsurprisingly, Whit won't hear of it and makes a statement by enrolling Brittany at Walford High.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của OK Spoilers. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn video tiếp theo.